NOLA Gent here at the Legends Theater at the OWA. We're going to have a good time in here tonight. It's going to be a fun show. 4th of July fun.
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. The theater at OWA is located on the far side of the park opposite of the amusement park, right next to Paula Deen's restaurant, which makes it rather convenient as there is a parking lot right next to it, so you can access the theater quite easily next to this parking lot. And the theater is larger than it looks on the outside. So from the exterior, it looks like this is several buildings, but actually this entire block encompasses the theater. So when you walk around the outside edges, you quickly get a sense that this is just a city block, but really it's the theater that takes up this entire block area. And there's also a bar that's part of the theater complex. But the bar area was not open due to the COVID-19. So when we look around, it's quite a large area. The theater also is right next to the waterfront at OWA, and you can see the waterfall show that they put on from this vantage point as well. So that also brings a little cooler breezes through this area. So the current show at the theater at OWA is The Legends, which is a tribute show that includes dead artists and currently live artists. I didn't know you could do tributes to live artists legally, but apparently you can. So the current performance includes Elvis, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, and Luke Bryan, who for some reason didn't get Billboard listings. So maybe he gets lower pay since the tribute artist didn't get named. I don't know. And apparently, from what I've read, they rotate every few weeks and put different tribute artists through here. And the tribute artists travel throughout the country performing, and the actual Legends tribute organization is based out of Las Vegas. My friends that live in the area happen to have some extra tickets, so I get to go to this show for free tonight, so I'm pretty excited. This looks like a pretty interesting performance. Well, let's head on inside the theater and check it out. This is the first time I've ever been in here, and it looks like quite a nice space in here. Looks like they have some paraphernalia and relics of artists that are on display in here, and a little bit of a museum of rock and roll and other music genres. So that's kind of a nifty thing to be able to check out in here. And this definitely seems like a theater dedicated to music. Here we have an Elvis jumpsuit. It's really amazing if they really have an authentic one. This is an Isla jumpsuit from Madison Square Gardens, June 10th, 1972. Very interesting. I hope that's the real thing. That's pretty cool to have that here. And there's lots of other surprises in here, but I'm not going to tell you about them all because you do need to come check this place out yourself if you get a chance. This is a really great, nice venue. Let's go inside and check out the theater and see what it looks like. So with the COVID-19 restrictions, we should have quite a lot of room in here. There are not very many people even at the performance tonight, so this is going to be an extra VIP performance, possibly. So looking around right before the show, we are about the only group in here. There's maybe a few other people in the corner, and the theater is virtually all ours, and this will be a VIP performance. We'll just go back here and check out the concessions. My friend Major there, that got me the free tickets. Thanks, Major. We're checking out the beer selection. The bar is back there, but it's closed. So getting back to the theater for the opening performance, and these ladies really are the stars of the show. They dance the entire time. So they really are the backbone of this performance. I was highly impressed by these young ladies and the energy and talent that they brought to this. All of the headline reenactors really owe a lot to these great performing ladies. So we're starting the show out with a little Elvis, and this reenactor does a fantastic job of portraying Elvis. He definitely has studied a lot of films of Elvis because he definitely puts down a lot of his signature moves with great skill, and really this is the closest that we can come to seeing Elvis these days. He does a great reenacting performance, and their singing is spot on. I mean, to hear him sing, it sounds exactly like Elvis. To see him move, it's just like Elvis. Next up was the Luke Bryan reenactor. He probably had the shortest time of any of the reenactors, and he really had no elaborate costumes or any signature moves to put on, so his performance was a lot simpler. He still was a good reenactor and sang well, just he didn't have a lot of the extra bling bling that many of the other artists brought to the show. And they definitely had fantastic special effects in this theater as well. Next up was Britney Spears, and she really brought some energy to the performance. This would certainly be the closest that you would ever get to seeing Britney Spears, other than actually seeing Britney Spears. Other than Luke Bryan, all of these artists really were impressive with the number of costume changes they did as well. So they were able to very quickly go through different outfits and costume changes. Next up was Michael Jackson, and this was a very energetic show, and this artist really got the moves down and put lots of energy into this. I was never really the biggest Michael Jackson fan, but I would say this guy probably was better than Michael Jackson in most of his performance. So that is quite a tribute when the tribute artist does better than the artist they are making the tribute to. Another quick costume change, and Michael Jackson kept up the intensity of his performance and just non-stop had his moves down. This performer really put on a fantastic show. We next had Elvis come back out again. So in the end, Elvis was the ultimate star of the show. And definitely this performer nails Elvis in every way. He gets those signature moves down, he gets the singing down, and again, the backup dancing ladies. Fantastic job all around and nailing their multiple costume changes. Elvis was definitely the king of rock and roll, and this Elvis impersonator was certainly the king of the Legend show on July 4th, 2020, and he rocked it out. And this is by far the best performance I've seen ever on a 4th of July weekend. This is better than probably most other actual performances I've seen by actual artists. This was a really fantastic show. These performers really put everything into this show. There was so much fantastic talent on display, and I can't even begin to dream of how much time and effort and the many hours they have spent practicing and performing to get their performances to such a high level. Just excellent job all the way around for all of them. So just a great huge thank you to all the impersonators playing Elvis, Luke Bryan, Britney Spears, and Michael Jackson. You all did a fantastic job. And again, the backup dancers and singers, fantastic, amazing job on your part as well. And y'all are the ones that really carry the show, and you're the ones on stage the entire time. I don't know how you stay so energetic for such a long period. Good work all around. During normal times, the tribute artist would do photographs with the audience out in the lobby, but due to COVID-19, the best you could do was get a photograph of you standing under the stage while they sit above you to ensure proper social distancing. I think my buddy Major might have had a slight crush on Britney Spears. He was quite starstruck by the lovely performance and her demeanor on stage. But a great big shout out and thank you to Major for getting me the tickets to this show. And hey, Britney, thank you for the good show too, along with all the other great artists. This was a fantastic 4th of July experience. And it's definitely Vegas quality and better than any show I ever saw in Vegas. So I would definitely highly recommend seeing this show whenever you get an opportunity.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Jet channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.